Hello everyone and welcome to Patron Week. Today we're playing Raptor Boyfriend, a game where you can have a Raptor boyfriend.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
This is exactly the game that Chris always wanted.
They represent truth in advertising.
Yeah. Alright, don't really know what to expect from this. It's a dating sim with some visual
I would say you probably
stuff,
have some rough conception of what to expect from it, Joshua.
Yeah. Okay, so no voice acting.
Do we want to read the lines?
I don't know.
No.
I'm not a part today.
We will trust that our viewers can read. So are we talking to our psychiatrist?
Is that a shot glass? It's like the tiniest glass.
Move to ladle.
Look, I just want to move
middle
to
of nowhere, Ontario.
I want to date cryptids. Is this so wrong?
Date cryptids? That's disgusting.
Sure hope there's no cryptid dating in this video game. This wholesome video game we've been recommended by the fine folks at Patreon.
At no point will we whip out a calendar.
Calendar man.
Do you think there's like cryptid purists that get real mad at like SCPs and online monsters?
I'm absolutely
What's an
certain.
SCP?
Yes,
We can't do this 2 weeks in a row.
You just opened a whole Pandora's box.
What the fuck is that?
SCP
It's a collaborative wiki of
protect.
people who write like creepypasta style stories in a certain kind of like hyper real, more absurd than scary most of the time style, and they have a curation mechanism where like not just anybody can add to it, which is the main difference between it and like say the Backrooms or that kind of thing.
You used to be able to have anyone adding to it, and they said, wait, no, fuck this.
Is that like the article my husband wrote about the creepy Majora's Mask little car?
Yeah,
I'd
basically.
be on the same page.
Yeah, I think that's closer to creepypasta. But basically, SCP is a wiki that basically every entry in it has like a form of SCP dash and then a number, and then any given SCP dash number is effectively its own X-Files monster,
we have
the weak
choice
monster.
here.
Well, we have choices in this.
Dad and
so
Grandma had a bad fight? Like, how bad?
I guess Grandma lived here, and she's dead now. And we can choose to... Why did we stop coming to this town called Ladle? Because Dad and Grandma had a bad fight, or because we moved too far away?
Interesting.
I mean, one of those is honest and one of those is bullshit.
I feel like those are not mutually exclusive either.
No, they're not.
Well, let's go with the drama answer, the messy answer.
All right.
Yes, messy. Let's be messy this whole time.
Absolutely. What is the point of
Huge
romantic fiction if you can't be messy?
I don't know.
Yeah, really.
You know, that's a great question, and I disagree. Anytime I've... Go ahead.
You're very much on the not romantic train wreck side of the argument.
Yeah, no, like anytime, like whenever I play a BioWare game, for example, I am a hardcore one person. I don't get messy ever, and I don't make messy like choices with that person ever.
You know, it is harder when you're the role playing it. To be honest, this is why I don't really get into video games with romantic role playing all that much, is because like I'm only really interested in a fictional depiction of a relationship if it's some wild shit, right? I mean,
yeah,
not only.
I agree. Yeah, as I get older, I feel the same way. Like before I was dating seriously, I really felt like BioWare was a nice outlet for having a virtual boyfriend that was named Garrus. But like now that I'm an adult, I feel like I'm more willing to try weird shit. Like I never in my life would ever do the Solus romance in Inquisition when I was in my 20s because it's fucked up. It's amazing, but it's fucked up. And it's like I finally played that a couple years ago and I was like, why wasn't I doing this the whole time? This is amazing.
So you mean you've come around on my decision to romance Anders in DA2?
Fuck Anders. I hate Anders.
Look, at the time, I didn't know he was gonna blow up a church.
To circle back to Chris's question, yeah, there are absolutely cryptid period. Like, actually, most cryptid communities are really, really boring because they're only interested in like two-spotted squirrels or like animals that are basically like, yeah, okay, this animal probably could exist if someone just hasn't photographed it. There's nothing weird about it whatsoever. And then, like, if you try to talk to them about Bigfoot or whatever, they just kind of roll their eyes at you.
I've been to a Bigfoot museum.
Oh.
It was terrible, and I was a jerk about it the whole time.
I don't feel like
that's
you
a
owe
great
complete
one-sentence
asshole.
story.
Bigfoot people.
That's an
Was this-
amazing one-sentence story.
Where even was this? Because like
it was terrible, and I was a jerk about it the whole time.
It's in Evergreen, bro. Well, I guess it's in Conifer, technically. It's in Colorado. And my husband really wanted to go because he believes in Bigfoot. We've had this conversation a lot.
oh boy.
And so we go, and the whole time I'm just like, this is fake. This is how they faked this. This is how they faked that. That's not real. That's not real. And Nick was just like deteriorating by the second.
I think this is the most you've ever channeled to me in any context.
Oh yeah. No, it's like I ascended my true being. It wasn't anything like I normally am. I'm never like this. Like I'm always willing to just play ball.
We're not talking to a
therapist is a teddy bear.
I do like that they went to the extra mile and made it a therapist teddy bear, though. I think that's a good touch.
That's a lot of work. You really gotta like go buy those little outfits.
Unless it came like that.
Is that Carl Jung? Like, what is that teddy bear? Like, is that based on like an actual like famous photo of a psychologist? I don't know.
It could absolutely be Freud from that getup. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea what Carl Jung looked like.
Let's find out. If we all imagine Carl Jung in our heads, it'll be the same. Anyone else get that joke? Leave a comment below if you got that joke.
I think he actually does look a little bit like Carl Jung. My best friend actually feels like the juiciest one here.
We were awkward at school because
my best friend ditched me, man. That's the best one.
That's the roughest shit to deal with, in my view. Like the first one, third one, you know, those can be tough. I dealt with them myself. Your best friend ditching you though, like that's just like that's where you feel like you have nothing. You have nothing to go on.
she got cool all of a sudden or something.
How old is Stella supposed to be?
The game takes place in your senior year of high school, so...
Yeah, it's like 17 or
okay.
18.
Alright, I'll take it. I'll fine. I just feel like a lot of this stuff happens in middle school, but...
Yeah. September 15th. Oh, okay, we're in the past.
Welcome to 1997.
Actually, you just... Yeah, you were just talking about 1997 when we got here. So this is... Okay, yeah. So this is sometime after the game takes place.
But this is sometime during the game taking place.
Yeah.
She was right, she was a dweeb.
Yes.
She's a dweeb.
It's an interesting
I feel
choice
like if
to
you
have
make
the
it to
narrator-
senior year as a dweeb, like that, it's already set in stone. I didn't know any dweebs in senior year of high school that didn't already have their shit figured out and like had their group of friends. It's so weird that you'd have your friend like stop being friends with you senior year. Like, who gives a shit?
No, that was middle school. That was like a few years back, and she's going to a new school now, so she doesn't have a friends group established.
Okay.
So,
okay, we'll allow it.
I will say, like, weirdly, my senior year of high school is when people started trying to bully me for being a nerd for the first time since elementary school. And by then I was just confused. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, hey, guys?
For real?
We're taking the
serious?
SATs right now? Are you fucking, like, how do you have time for this shit?
That's not normal. That's not normal.
the SATs.
I think what it was, I started, like, doing a bunch of stuff that, like, put me into contact with new people, and they were just still trying to figure their own shit out, I guess.
Man,
High school's-
I don't know.
High school is weird because I had to drive by my old high school today, and it's the most bizarre thing in the world because it's been 20 years and I almost never drive by it, and like high school while you're there is the most important central location in your life until you graduate, and then it is the least important place you've ever been, and you don't give a shit at all anymore, and it's very bizarre how, like, to convey to people currently in high school how simultaneously right now it is the most important thing in your life, and even 3 years from now you won't give a shit about it.
No,
Yeah.
but there are people like me where you had built an entire like fucking industry, a whole club, and worked really fucking hard, and then senior year's over and you have nothing. You have nothing.
Yeah.
And it feels like you just got shot in the fucking chest. Like, there are people like me who you just spend so much time investing into something that in the end of the day, they don't want you there once you graduate, ever.
Rockstar is the best person.
So, yeah, what are we going to turn ourselves into to be the coolest person at Ladle High?
I don't believe she can be a rock star. Does she have the skills necessary?
I believe that
Okay,
she can be
we're-
the class clown. I just also believe that will not satisfy her.
We are going about this the wrong way entirely. Which of these things would a raptor want to date?
Rock star.
Rockstar.
Well,
All right.
I mean, there's other people than the Raptor in the school.
Is
That's all we care about, Josh.
Are they in the title of the fucking video game, Joshua?
I mean, my secret goal here is to intentionally avoid the Raptor as much as possible.
No,
so.
man.
I mean, I will settle for the Sasquatch. But I'm gunning for that raptor.
I was
Okay, I have
actually
a
like,
question.
I was. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
I was just saying, I was presented with a question recently. Do you regret not doing X or Y in high school? And to me, like, that question is so fucking weird. Because it's like being asked, do you wish you had done more grinding in the tutorial dungeon? Like, do you wish you could go back to the tutorial dungeon and, like, grind a bunch of I'm like, no. It's the fucking they're all, like, 2 XP, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
I wish I did less. I'm talking to every single fucking overachiever right now that is listening to this in high school. Do less. You will not regret it. I was an overachiever, and I'm telling you, I fucking regretted overachieving. Because then you have nothing.
Uh-oh.
See, I was kind of like that in middle school, but then I got to high school and stuff got hard, and I just said, fuck this, and then just didn't apply
It is
myself.
very in character for you to burn out before
Yeah.
college, like after middle school.
I mean, I got the job, like, ultimately none of it mattered. I got the job that I ended up having for over 15 years before I even graduated from high school, so, like, 6 months before then, so it was like, alright, well, that wasn't my plan at the time to turn that into a career, but it did, so... So what if we run into Taylor? Don't know who Taylor is. Is that the
That
friend,
must be the
maybe, who got
ex-best
too
friend.
cool for us?
Yeah. Here we
Taylor
go.
was my
Camp
camp friend. No, okay, this is different.
So I will say I'm enjoying this game. I like the art style. I like Stella as a character so far. It is investing a lot of time in the prep work to build the world, and I kind of want to get to this school soon.
I mean, it's
I have to say,
a
like,
visual novel
this was
to
framed
an
a
extent,
little bit
so...
like Monster High, like Monster High School. Totally, it could not be further away.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
That's not necessarily a bad
the
thing.
title
Monster High was...
makes you think that,
absolutely
but
not. Absolutely
Fuck
not.
Monster. Monster High was like one of my biggest disappointments for a game. I just was expecting
Really?
so
Yeah.
much from it. Yeah, I felt like
See, I...
Go
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I said that I think it was too formulaic, and it got to the point where I could see like the code behind it and how they were kind of like making each thing happen, and I just got frustrated with it because it's like you need to have, for a visual novel that's a romance visual novel, you have to have this like level of I'm not sure what choice I'm supposed to make here. I never had that issue with Monster High.
I also found the humor like far more crass than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
Like
in
they made an
conclusion, I should have
AIDS
taken
joke,
more notes from
and I was
999.
like, yeah.
We don't speak of that anymore.
So why did Stella grow away from Taylor? Stopped going to camp, had feelings for him.
I changed too
or he
much.
changed
Seems
too
like
much.
the realest thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because like you're fucking teenagers. Maybe that's why. I don't want to downplay it. Like all this shit is incredibly emotionally impactful while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to. I really don't want to seem like I'm minimizing high school experiences as high school experiences.
You're a teenager going into high school. Like, it's not like you've had all of the other experiences that we've had as adults yet. Like, it is the most important thing in your life at the time.
Like I was a teenager when I started. Spoiler warning.
All right.
And you still are.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. No. Actually, I'm not. I was about to say I'm a teenager if you spell my age backwards, but I guess I am for a while longer. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we the same people we've been for the last 10 years? Leave a comment below, like
No.
and subscribe.
No, I'm absolutely not the
Fucking
same
no.
fucking, because I'm no longer auditioning for a channel awesome spot that I will never actually pursue. That's why I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know
Like
that
in
about
10 years
you.
ago, I like acted like I was. 10 years ago, it's like when I was a teenager, and then like my early 20s, I was basically like building up to a career doing some kind of nebulous internet content shit because I told myself that I had no chance of making it anywhere else. And what happened was that I accidentally started a career that was actually successful right around the time every single model of internet content started exploding, except the ones that I find deeply hateful. And also all the models of like content creation that I was interested in at the time turned out to be these toxic nightmare pits full of snakes, and like all of these like cast of internet personalities turned out to be like the original Watchmen, and just like half of them are just no, it's just no fucking good. So basically, I guess things went okay for me, is what I'm saying.
You know, at least you don't have videos out there that are clearly your audition tapes for Channel Awesome style crap. Just like,
Oh shit!
I'm just saying.
Oof, dark topics today.
Look, we're all in our 30-somethings. We're all practically dying of old age at this point, so why not?
Yeah, this is all distant past stuff.
Can I say that, like, actually I'm having kind of a rough day today, but I'm not much happier now than I have been, I think, at any real point in my life, just in terms of, like, how far I've come, what I have for myself.
Well, in your 20s, you're like really trying to figure out who you are as a person. And like for me, especially, I felt like if you listen to my content 10 years ago, it's very clear that I have a mask on. It's not actually me. It's this persona that I created. And I don't think I do that as much anymore. I try not to intentionally, but if you go back and listen to like Fallout New Vegas, spoiler warning, for example, there's a mask on, and you can hear it on Sweet Mumbles.
Yeah.
It is weird because like my wife says that I sound different when I do Air and Signal videos, and speaking normally I sound like a different person, and I don't know if that is a character I'm playing or not, because I'm just reading from a script I wrote, but
Yeah, but like,
No, Mumbles is a character, 100%. Mumbles started out as a character and is less of a character now, obviously, with like my channel, because I'm pretty honest on my channel and I try not to like pretend to be someone else. But like, so when you were trying to do multiplayer shit as a woman 10 years ago, you had to come up with a character. You had to be someone that you're not necessarily 100% of the time. And so that just translated into everything else that I did.
A character like a Velociraptor? I'm upset that he has 5 fingers, but...
I really dig how completely inappropriate this picture is relative to everything that's happened in this game so far.
He's got feathers, but not enough feathers. He's got 5 fingers, but he's got raptor feet.
It's an appropriately 90s, like, kind of laissez-faire approach to raptor representation.
But it's like the wrong era of 90s, because this is 1997, and he's like rocking Bart Simpson skateboard, backwards cap, torn jeans sort of a thing.
Well,
with
seriously
Letterman's jacket.
I mean, this is a game about dating cryptids. Are we really complaining about the fact that the raptor doesn't look like a biologically accurate raptor?
We haven't reached
He's
this
not
yet,
only
but
2 feet tall, you guys. Or
I
he could
feel like
only
I
be
have
2
to
feet
point this
tall. That
part
would
out.
actually be really funny.
Cryptids... Raptors are not cryptids. Raptors actually existed. Like, I feel like I have to point that out.
They don't... I mean, okay, actually, they do kind of exist now, because, I mean, birds are raptors. Well, it's not the same kind
They're
biologically
theropods.
as
They're
these, but... Let's see if he's tiny.
Just like the way they're drawn. It's like kind of a classic, like...
it's the Velociraptor.
It's kind of like a classic, like, John Buscema hand drawing.
Is that how you say it?
I have no fucking idea how you say his name. I just took a stab at it.
Okay. This... What?
Do you think Stella would get along with Tammy from Tammy and the T-Rex?
Wow, yeah. So how's that show?
Has this been a prank, a play, or a warning?
That was the most unfair burn I've ever made about Chris.
You say play?
I think we should be playful, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a play? What the fuck?
Okay. Shit, we're a theater kid. Fuck, we fucked up. Alright,
hard
reset.
We fucked up.
You control alt escape.
Oh no, this guy is super into theater. This guy's a theater kid? Okay. I'm sorry, but this
I'm
is
something
not...
of a thespian. Rawr!
This is not how us theater kids were in high school. Not even close, but we will allow...
You ever just like... You ever such a burnout and someone just spray pounds burnout on your locker in high school?
Oh my god, yeah.
It's a weirdly principled
These are 3
stand.
excellent options.
Dude,
I really need to
people...
smoke less marijuana.
Oh, I guess it takes place in the 90s. It takes place in the 90s, so you can definitely put burnout on a locker. It's...
Please don't disembowel me is, I think, the best option here.
No, you skateboard good.
Yeah.
Alright, you skateboard good.
God damn it.
Yikes. Big yikes.
I really wanted him to just start talking about how weird skateboarding was and like not even mention that he's a dinosaur.
Okay, I just googled skateboarding Velociraptor, and I have to say about a third of the results are tyrannosaurs. I am deeply upset right now.
How come this guy's alone? Huh? Where's the rest of his friends?
Yeah, where's his posse?
Where's his
They're to the
Velociraptors?
sides. You're looking at the one that's distracting you. The rest of the pack are gonna...
Clever boy.
So what is the smell actually?
You gotta be honest. You have to be honest.
All right.
Yeah, be honest.
If we want to do the do.
It's his
Velociraptor.
locker. It's his sock. It's his sock.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. No, this is still the right move.
Where the fuck did he get a sock from?
This raptor's a dick.
Let's see, he stole somebody else's
Yeah, we should just
socks.
ice him out. Like, fucking bye, Velociraptor skateboarder. What a weird prank you did. Adios.
Apologize,
Oh, man,
play
apologize,
along,
don't
or my
not
choice.
apologize.
I don't get it.
Yeah, do not fucking apologize. How about you just
I
like
don't
punch
get
him
it.
once in the arm hard while looking him in the eye and say, "Stay the fuck out my locker, boy."
How do you know my locker combination, idiot?
Yeah, no wonder you went extinct.
Oh, this guy sucks. Camster.
No, he sucks ass. He said
I'm
he
calling
fucked
an
up already.
audible.
He already fucked up.
25 minutes into Raptor Boyfriend, the
I'm
Raptor
calling
Boyfriend
an
is off the
audible.
table.
We're not, no.
The raptor
This has been our
boyfriend
let's
got
play of
milkshake dust.
This has been our playthrough of Velociraptor fuckboy.
This guy sucks. I hate you,
Everyone
Robert.
loves Velociraptor Boyfriend, the new skateboarding Velociraptor that everyone loves. Update. I regret to inform you that the skateboarding Velociraptor is a piece of shit and we shouldn't date him.
It's like
He
not even that he's a
sucks.
bad guy. It's just that he's not like it's not a funny prank. He just sucks at pranks. Like it's not personal. You
He's
just kind of
so
suck.
boring. Yeah,
You're
he sucks.
dull. Oh shit! Now he's getting really dark. He's getting really morose. Hey, hey kid, this is cool and all. I'm sure you're gonna figure all this shit out. Could you please do it in front of someone else's locker?
Be funny, be cool, or just tell him your
him his
name.
fucking
Tell him
name.
your
Just tell him
name.
your name.
Fuck this guy.
What if we just like pick every option instead of being messy? What if instead we just like pick the options that a normal sober human being would make, and at the end of it, it's like I've just realized this is high school and none of this shit matters, and you graduate. Just like it's like we've seen a walkthrough of this. It's like when you play a game for the second time and you know how to do all the quests and stuff even before you should know. We just like play with the advanced knowledge of this game, and the advanced knowledge is maturity.
I know it says burnout, but I've been hanging out with Josh on the show too long. All I see is the word butt scar on the locker.
Oh,
Why
Josh
did you write
didn't
butt
invent
scarn on
that
my
name.
locker?
No,
I
was about to
invented
say.
that name.
That is true.
Mumbles is one of two original inventors of the Buttscard nomenclature.
That's right.
Wait, who's the other one?
It's some Team Fortress 2 player from like 15 years ago. I don't know.
Cool. Sounds like my type of person.
It's a person
You
that I
were a
like
Team Fortress
deliberately
2
lost
player
track
15
of.
years ago.
I'm the last standing Buttscarn.
That is actually pretty much true, yeah.
We go to meet his family, and the rest of his family are like eagles.
That's not how you spell bizarre.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can we correct
How-
the fuckboy's grammar live? Correct his
How
spelling.
embarrassing.
He didn't actually say. He's not
I don't
spelling out
care
the
about
words.
any. All these questions suck. Get out of my face, fuckboy.
Kid, I gotta get to class.
Well, this guy is the class representative who's here to show us around, so unfortunately, there is an official reason for us to be in contact with him.
Oh god.
So, what question do we want to ask?
If we're gonna have to ask a question, let's ask. Doesn't bother you that you stand out, because that is the most like stupid question to ask here.
All right, I'll just be a dick.
Okay, well, there we go. Then.
Extremely confident answer there. The ladle. What the fuck?
Okay, if this pivots so hard from like a visual, not like 2010's visual novel dating game to like a late 90s, early 2000s like lone female protagonist adventure point and click adventure game against a serial killer, that's like best pivot I've ever seen.
Yeah. When are they gonna kill Robert?
We need more video games about skinny early 2000s ladies kind of half jog hustling their way through crime scenes. Just like these like willowy player models kind of ambling like someone who's only recently discovered that not walking is an option around dead bodies in blotchy pre-rendered environments.
What was that horror anthology game, Chris, that you and I played like 4 or 5 years ago and you did a video on it?
Stories Untold?
Stories Untold. Pulls a fucking Stories Untold and suddenly we got a first-person chase sequence in the middle of the visual novel.
I would love that.
Oh, the trophies.
So I guess the game wants us to end up with either the fairy or the
There's a sock
Sasquatch,
there.
I'm assuming.
Is it the sock? Are we supposed to pay attention to the sock?
One of them is a key item.
One of them is a key item?
Let's say that, I guess.
Let's do it. Let us pivot to the point and click adventure game.
Let's Guybrush
Begin.
push this.
Yeah.
It was 1997. They are still a thing.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Galbrush Sheepwood. Galbrush Sheepwood.
You know, Robert is a much more likable character if you just imagine him speaking with Bobcat Goldthwait's voice. And 60% of our audience under 30 have no idea what I'm talking about, and now I feel old.
I saw him do comedy live. That's how old I am.
If it makes me feel any better, I also have no idea who the fuck Bob Wade Gold Cat is.
Yes, you do. Okay, hold on a second. Yes, you fuck.
He's the guy in he's the guy in Scrooged. He's sock.
Which guy?
The sock guy in Scrooged. He's the guy that gets fired. That Laudermilk. He's Laudermilk in Scrooged.
I guess I know who that is. I watched like the first 20 minutes of Scrooged over the holiday season.
I don't think I've ever seen Scrooged.
It's so good.
Oh, cool. Stella likes history, or is good at history class, which could just be because the gym teacher is teaching it and doesn't understand history himself. Not speaking from experience there.
Okay, Pain. Hercules, the Disney movie Pain, he is one of the demons. He's the pink fat demon.
Okay, yeah.
He was on Space Ghost, right?
I've never seen Space Ghost. Okay, moving briskly along from a hole of backlog I need to watch apparently. Were we talking about teachers that got put in roles that they had no business being in?
Oh, definitely not something that happened in my life at school.
My Spanish teacher was replaced by the lunch lady, and I like to let people independently derive their own conclusions before I conclude the story.
God.
The Ledge Lady did not speak Spanish.
Oh no. All right.
We're a nerd.
What
We're
do
a
they
fangirl
not
for the
hand
Middle Ages.
out medals for? Anyway, so let's recap what has been happening here. Robert, the class rep, pranked us by putting a dirty sock in our locker, and then was supposed to show us around the school, but decided to just take us to the trophy case full of trophies that he won. So that's where we are.
Which
right
contains
now.
the other sock, by the way.
Yeah. Which I guess explains where he got the sock. Oh god, this is
Why are
much
we
more
still talking to
accurate
this fucking dinosaur? Let's meet other hot signals in our area. What is happening? This is not how to make a visual novel that is also a romance simulator. If you were making a romance simulator...
it feels like awkward teenage romances, let's be honest.
No!
I don't know,
You gotta meet a
no.
bunch of them right away.
Ideally, two of them should be fighting to the death when you first meet them.
Yes, oh my gosh.
I do not wish to be worthy.
And then they should both attempt to fight you also.
I don't feel like chill was really a word used in the 90s. I remember it appearing in the 2000s.
I don't know. I don't think I can litigate this one way or the other.
That, like, oh, that's pretty chill. I don't think that happened in the 90s. I'm pretty sure that happened in, like, 2000.
Yeah,
like that was late
I think I'm gonna back you on
90s,
this one. I
but
think
maybe it
chill
was-
out was in the 90s. I don't think people called
Yes.
things chill.
But nobody was
Yeah.
like, oh, it'll be super chill. That didn't happen until the 2000s.
Okay, yeah,
I'm telling
sure.
you.
Yeah.
I'd say I don't know how much verisimilitude I really demand for my Velociraptor 90s high school boyfriend dating simulation indie video game.
It's important to me.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Oblivion guilds?
This is my Oblivion Guild, goddamn.
Listening comprehension test. 90s high school is to Mumbles as pseudo-fantasy medieval Europe is to Rutskarn.
Yes. Oh, do not hang with this Dumbo.
No, ditch this kid. Ditch this loser.
Ditch him. He sucks.
Just be like, you know what, you suck, laters, grab your own skateboard, and then ship a skateboard off without knowing how to skateboard.
I'm kind of curious what the design goals of this game overall are, because like in a typical game like this, you would have met the Sasquatch, the fairy, and the raptor in brief little introductions all in one day, and then you would have been like offered like, hey, come hang out with me. No, hang out with me. No, I'm going down by the lake or something. And
Right.
like you would have to choose
that
in
may
the
be
first
what's
10
about to
minutes.
happen.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
We're not that far into this.
No, it's usually in the first 10 minutes, Josh. It's
Oh,
really the...
Hey, here we go. True, there was that preamble there that set stuff up, which took a while.
I don't...
Do we know this person?
No, she's talking to someone else, but just hasn't turned around to notice that she's venting her spleen to a complete stranger.
Oh, right.
Is she like telepathic and talking to someone who literally isn't there?
Is she talking
She
to
does have
ants like
antenna.
Ant-Man?
She's playing her own ant dating game simulator, and attempt to approach her, she's like, fuck off. Already got a thing going with the ants.
I like ants.
I do love the way that movie just makes Hank's love of ants like a
Oh my
weird
God.
thing that we just accept.
Have you ever?
Hank Pym in the MCU is the best version of any Marvel character, in my opinion. Because Hank Pym in the comics is a piece of shit, but Hank Pym in the movies is really nice.
Okay, so this is definitely option number 2.
I mean, it's option number 1 right now, given the
Yeah, no, that is
performance of
true.
the
We're not.
Velociraptor.
The weird, boring, awkward raptor boyfriend is off the table.
Magical fairy is not the first thing I would think when I saw this lady.
No, in
Yeah.
fact, going to high school in the 2000s, I did just see people who looked like this lady.
Yeah. This is normal attire for the ravers.
This is 97.
Raveware.
It was. I'm serious. In ye old early 2000s, late 90s. I had a pair of Ravewear pants myself. They were tiger print and I love them.
How do we feel about this
She is an ant.
visual novel occasionally spelling yeah, Y-E-A?
I'm fine with that. I think it's a perfectly appropriate stylization.
Yeah.
Is Ingrid real, invisible, or okay?
Invisible. Play along.
Because this is a reasonable question, but it might make you look like a complete fucking idiot. Oh,
Apparently not.
something about the way we're framed and our fake appearances. Like, if you squint, it feels like I'm watching a scene from Archer. From, like, one of the weird seasons.
Yeah, you know... I think the art style has something to do with that. Like big, bold lines and stuff.
Just like that loudly addressing someone off camera by looking the other way while facing the same
That
way.
too.
That was a very Archer affectation.
Yeah.
I think it was a mistake to try to introduce the characters one at a time. I think they needed to be introduced in a social setting, and then you could choose to splinter off the ones that interested you.
Yeah.
Again, I think that's just a traditional way of doing a romantic visual novel. And I'm now, maybe there's a reason in the overall work that they chose to do it this way, but just as someone who has played the occasional romantic visual novel, I would be way more interested in finding out, like, the backstories of these characters if I met them all together in a class where, you know, Robert was making fun of the teacher and the Fae was, you know, concerned about whatever Fae things are concerned about in Sasquatch we
Hey,
haven't
let's
even
be a
met yet.
turbo nerd. Let's be a Lorena McKennitt turbo nerd and say Faye.
That's...
Yes, let's do it.
Yay!
Yay, it paid off. Lorena
She
McKennitt
likes us.
is
Okay.
going to just be our co-pilot for this one, I guess.
Now I've got the anxiety that I've been pronouncing Faye wrong. Because proper pronunciation, how else are you supposed to pronounce that?
Yeah, I think there may actually be a way of pronouncing it that I can't recall right now. I don't know.
Talking to people sucks. Studying is cool. I say as the rest of the cast melts into the shadows.
I'm just thinking about how much I wish that there was like a good... Why did Beavis and Butthead get a video game and Daria didn't?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Didn't she?
I think she did, but it's not as... The Beavis and Butthead adventure game I think is pretty famous. I'm not sure the Daria game is as well received.
I'm going to say something that may be 100% fictitious, but I'm going to say it confidently nonetheless. Like, this may totally be a false memory I invented just now, but I think I've watched Pushing Up Roses do a Let's Play of a Daria video game.
I just Google searched. That's exactly what you saw. But it came out in the year 2000. Daria was cool in the middle of the 90s. The year 2000 was too late for a fucking Daria game. Nobody gave a shit.
I fucking no-scope.
Oh,
I remember that 10 years ago, too. Jesus.
It's Darias Inferno. It is an isometric puzzle game. It is not an adventure game the way Beavis and Butthead is basically a playable episode of Beavis and Butthead. That's the problem.
When did the Beavis and Butthead game come out? Anyway, what embarrassing thing are we going to say to break the ice and make Day feel less like an uncool person?
I thought I literally had 2 left feet is appropriately
Sneezed.
weird.
No,
Yeah,
sneeze
no,
is fucking
no.
hilarious.
Let's go with sneeze. I literally 2 left feet means that we're doing a studying nerd. I don't think that she would literally think people had 2 left feet.
Hell yeah.
Beavis and Butthead Virtual Stupidity came out in 1995, so 5 years before the Daria game.
Daria premiered in 97? Are you fucking kidding me? I thought it was way earlier than that. And it went to 2002.
Yep.
Well, 2000 wasn't that terrible
That
a time to release it
doesn't
then.
fit in my like mental timeline.
No.
Like I believe it, but it's like that's a weird. I never even watched that show, but like I know how to place it, like based on its cultural signifiers.
The 2000s episodes were after Todd, so... Or Tom, not
I was
Todd.
gonna
Todd
say that,
Howard
like-
bought Daria?
No, like, Daria dated itself so quickly. Daria as a show was already way too dated and old by, like, the second season. The way everyone dressed, the way everyone acted was not, like, in keeping with the rest of the world.
Daria also suffers from the fact that, like, it was an MTV show that made extreme use of the fact that MTV had a license for all the hit singles of the time. And
Yeah.
whenever they did re-releases, they had to cut all that music. So every version of the show now has, like, crappy, either no music or crappy midis in the background, whereas the original versions on MTV had, like, Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys and all this, like, poppy music to underscore and contrast with Daria's, like, droll delivery. Aren't you tiny? Why aren't you tiny? I want to know.
You gotta ask that
Yeah,
one. That's
what-
the
All right.
Oh man, we've been watching inaccurate fairy movies.
Now, did the fairy movie come out before this game is set? Let me find out, because I remember this movie about fairies that fucking
September
ruled.
97 is
I
this
think I
game's
was kind
setting.
of roasting people for being bothered by this, but I actually admit, like, I am getting mildly annoyed by the use of cryptid as a catch-all term for things that aren't cryptids.
Like velociraptors?
Yeah, like, nothing's been a cryptid so far, actually.
Fairy Tale: A True Story, the fairy movie for young girls who grew up in the 90s, came out in 1997, so this is accurate.
I'll be honest, I thought you were going to pull Ferngully.
Ferngully isn't the same. Fairy Tale: A True Story is about two girls who meet a fairy, and it's based on historical story about these two girls who said they met a fucking fairy.
Is that based on the fucking Cottingley? I saw that movie in
Yes.
theaters! You just
Yes.
brought back a memory of that movie in theaters. That was the most boring fucking movie I've ever seen in my life.
No.
Holy shit!
That movie ruled. How dare you? That was every girl's dream, was to make a little friend.
Wait, is anything like based on that story and then just totally dodged the fact that those kids admitted they were faking the whole thing?
Okay, so like it's so funny, dude. I I loved this movie when I was a kid, and then I remembered it, and I was like, oh man, I should go check that out. And then I learned that it was all this like con, and these kids making shit up, and like it was all to make money, and just like all of this shit. And I was just like, oh man, I am the true Mark. It's me.
Unlike Fern Gully, that actually happened.
What did Robert the Velociraptor say about the lake?
It being chill.
Being chill, I guess. Yeah.
Was that what we want to say about it, though?
I don't
that
know.
was like the less red
about
flaggy
Robert.
bit. Yeah.
Well, we're confessing about getting conned. Can I talk about how I rediscovered Iron Chef the other day?
Just
What
say
is-
being
Got conned by
tested.
Iron Chef?
This
Yeah.
is a
Yeah,
few
wait
years
a minute.
back, actually. I was thinking about like watching Iron Chef in the 90s, 2000s, or whatever was out originally. And I was thinking about, I was like, oh, you know, now that I'm older and like kind of I've seen behind the curtain of reality TV, I'm smart enough to know that now, like, all of the recipes and stuff and the challengers are figured out beforehand, and the contestants just kind of do it live, but like they act like it's all getting picked in the moment, like really dramatically. And I looked it up. I'm like, yeah, it's true. I'm like, hey, while I'm looking this up, where did they find the weird chairman anyway? Like, what was his deal?
Uh-oh.
Like, when did he found Iron Chef? I remember his son did the
You
American
didn't
version.
know?
And then I look up, it's like, oh, that's an actor and it's a fake story. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's absolutely. They had one. Didn't they have one like that they ran for like a season or maybe even just a few episodes before the one that we think of when we hear Iron Chef that was like hosted by William Shatner? Is that a thing? I remember that being a thing.
Well, okay. When I think about Iron Chef, I think about like the Japanese show.
The Japanese
And then
version.
there's Iron Chef.
No, I
Iron
know.
Chef.
The first adaptation attempt, maybe this is a false memory too, but like I have it in my head that there was an original adaptation attempt where they threw out most of it and had William Shatner as the host for like a
Oh my
couple
god,
episodes.
you're right.
Control F
You are right.
Shatner is turning up nothing on the wiki article, but let me Google
No,
it.
Iron Chef USA
no, this is
Showdown
real.
in Las Vegas. It is real.
This is before
Oh,
they
shit.
gave it to
Yeah, the Food Network.
what's his name? Alton Brown, and then whoever the
Yeah.
cousin of the actual guy from Iron Chef is, which
I'm
is
not
also
sure
not
if it's
true.
funnier that the 2001 one-off television special Iron Chef USA Showdown Las Vegas has 93 ratings on IMDb, or that they rated it a brisk 4.2 out of 10.
Wow.
Like,
That's
which
probably
is funnier?
generous.
Like, can you imagine just like in the late 2000s
chill
suddenly remembering
sesh.
a strong opinion you had about Iron Chef USA Showdown Las Vegas and taking the internet to record it for posterity?
Okay, so now we've invited a cool person to the uncool The Lake that Robert invited us to.
No, she's not cool.
let's do
She's
it.
a nerd.
Are we sure, or I'm not sure?
Let's do it.
Let's ruin Robert's plans. Anything that makes Robert mad, I'm supporting.
Yeah. Unless he eats us, then we're in trouble.
Let's frame him for murder.
Yeah.
So the
he's
lake
gonna
is
be the
him
Ripper.
feeding us to his friend, the Loch Ness monster.
How does this not immediately go like, oh, there's a Ripper in town that's killing high school students? Every new person I meet could be a suspect. Like, how does that not immediately pivot that way?
Turns into a detective visual novel.
All these people have been torn apart. It's like some kind of terrible claw just like ripped them open, specifically their abdomen, kind of a horizontal raking motion
Like-
down to their groin. It's the
Like
weirdest
those
thing.
birds. Like those birds, those
Yeah.
raptors. Those birds
Yeah,
do
like
that.
what are they called? I can't remember the name of those birds. Like in the Philippines, those birds, cassowaries.
cassowary.
That's it. Yeah, like one of those, but like, I don't know, somehow stronger
Bigger.
and scalier, and also apparently they escaped on a skateboard.
And I found a feather on the body.
What could it mean? Do we have any cassowaries at the school?
Do we have
Oh my
anyone that
god,
has feathers
it's
at this school?
famous skateboarder Tony Hawk wearing a raptor costume.
He is a hawk.
Like, I feel earning somebody's number should be an achievement in a dating sim. Like, I
Wait,
don't understand what
hold
they're
on.
doing.
back the fuck up. 1997, people are giving out, like, nobody has a cell phone. These are, like, landline numbers.
Yeah, these are their parents' house's numbers, but it's still their number.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the number you can be reached at. You'd call it, and their dad would pick up and be like, hello, and you'd have to be like, is Susan there? And then they'd be like, hold on, Susan! Like, that's how it used to work.
Did we have AIM Messenger at this time in our
We
lives?
did, and that is absolutely what they would have been using.
Yeah.
And you guys know I was one of the... I started using... We've talked about the fact that I started using AIM in, like, 2012, right?
That's...
What's wrong with you, my dude?
Nobody
I know
used
two
AIM in
people
2012.
who used AIM in 2012.
You knew the only
they're
two
like,
people.
Hey, they're like, hey, listen, we use AIM for some reason, so message us on AIM. And guess what? I'm married to one of those two people now, so it worked out for me.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
I wasn't even using MSN anymore in 2012.
I miss ICQ.
Me
Do
too.
you?
Oh my god.
I miss away messages. That's the thing you don't have anymore. I miss away messages.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
now,
we
if
got
I have
4
an away
minutes
message,
left.
it's at my fucking day job where I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom because it's Slack, and like, that's not fun.
I have just...
Oh my
I
God,
don't
a
like-
ghost.
We were gonna
okay,
meet the
no.
Sasquatch.
All right, fuck everything else. Fuck everything else. We're starting here. This is it. The game just started. We just began the game. We found the riot girl ghost.
Hi-
so
hi,
that's,
everyone.
that's where this game starts. Bit of a long intro, but we do have our girlfriend now, so that's cool.
Oh, this is great. This is amazing. Play it cool.
Play it
so
cool.
cool. Play it cool.
Play it super cool.
Bold
my God,
decision
that
of the
wasn't
game
cool
to
at
start
all.
with its worst characters
Okay,
and then slowly
she just
ramp
told us
up
she's
to the good
creep.
ones.
God, she's so cool.
Oh, she's so fucking cool, man.
Wow. Man, fucking what? Why did they jerk us around for like 50 minutes before we got to this part?
This wasn't
She
even
was
listed on the
murdered by the
box.
Ripper. Oh my gosh. Why isn't the whole point of this to find the fucking Ripper?
I mean, maybe. It's unclear.
It should be clear. It should be clear that that is the objective of this game.
It turns out you were the Ripper.
Oh. I love that.
Oh, she died mysteriously? Oh, come on.
What was the wounds look like? What did the autopsy say? Ingrid, we need answers to solve this murder. Oh, all sorts of stuff.
Wait, is she even... Hang on a second. I'm gonna report
I do
back.
wish-
I'm doing some deep cutting investigative journalism.
So as much as the game is spending entirely too much time setting stuff up, it really has not set up the world. Is Ladle specifically a place where cryptids and ghosts and stuff
That
exist?
seems, yeah.
But like they don't explain why. Like it's not a
Right.
magical place. It's not a magical school.
It's not like
I-
it's like a toxin, like sometimes a barrel.
It's a
will leak the
weird
river.
my
backwater town.
Fucking god, guys! I have the scoop of the century. Just like we're
Okay.
For one thing, the episode's over. We're done. The other thing, she's not an option. Not on the table.
No.
That was just
was gonna
a
say,
jabroni
she's
met
not
already, and also
listed.
Bigfoot. Also Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's the only thing. Why? Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Wait, the episode's not actually over, though.
No, I mean, you say that. You say that. You say that. It is, but I'm eating my dinner, so.
Why?
We haven't even met the Sasquatch yet.
Why?
Booting up Psychonauts 2.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to Power Wash Simulator. I'll see you guys later.
Are we really ending it on that?
No, I'm just very confused as to why the game would do. I'm trying to figure out the structure of this game. It doesn't really make sense as a romantic sim or as a mystery. It hasn't laid enough groundwork for the slasher to really have that be the driving force of the narrative. But also, like, as a romantic simulator, you really want to be presented with a lot of your options up front. Like, new characters can show up and then maybe challenge, like, who you thought you were going with, and, like, that's an interesting, oh no, do I go with the sexy new guy or the person I've been going on 3 dates with? But, like...
Boyfriend Dungeon does that well, by the way.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Like, you want some decent options up front, and this game is not really giving us options. First of all, they're not decent options. It's Day, who is cool, and Robert, who sucks. So right off the bat,
I am destroyed that we cannot date Ingrid. Like, what's the point of living? What is the point?
Or dying, frankly. Like.
Yeah,
he's a ghost.
I mean, hey, if it was you have to die to date me, I mean, that would be understandable at least.
Why would they create such a cool character that I would like to date if I were a high schooler? And then you can't. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah, there's one thing about this game that actually is really cool. It's that they remember that one-off line from the end of the last game about, like, Raz's mom being the one who's not into him being a psychic, and they kind of expanded that into, like, a very interesting portrayal of his extended family.
Are we gonna murder the Sasquatch? Are we gonna kill the Sasquatch with a car?
Wow.
Oh shit!
Oh, no,
okay,
he's
Taylor's the Sasquatch.
Okay, we are finally establishing that, like, I guess, cryptids just exist and are dateable in this universe, but we're doing it with the last one, which is weird, because we knew Taylor already.
I mean, this is a visual novel trope. It's also a manga trope.
I mean,
my friend when I was a kid has showed up, and now he's hot.
And I hit him with a car.
I gotta say, he's pretty hot.
No. No, come on.
A big, like, interrogative, like, question mark appeared over my head, like I was a security guard in a video game.
He's got those eyes you could just fall into.
He's like if Kylo Ren got attacked by little Ewoks, and then he made like a hat out of them.
It's like if you rubbed a bunch of balloons on Kylo Ren and then had him run through a barbershop.
Yeah, there you go.
He's like if Keanu Reeves made a skin suit out of Chewbacca. I love him.
Genuine, guilty, or freak out?
Genuine.
Finish the job.
Swoon.
You know what? If Campster's happy, then I'm happy. I'm still not over Ingrid, but, you know.
I guess sooner or later we all have to move on from Ingrid.
Yeah.
What?
He's got extreme, as long as we're doing the 90s thing, extreme Trent Lane energy, and I respect that.
More like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo in the Scooby-Doo film with Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
I just read everything he says in that Trent, like, monotone. We're too stealthy for our own good. Like, I love it.
I never got the Trent thing. I just never didn't understand that bit.
It's Trent. You don't. It doesn't need to make sense. It's the. There's no reason Daria should be attracted to him because he's a burnout idiot, but she is attracted to him, and that's what makes it work. That's what makes it make sense.
Just not my type.
Well, I mean, it's Daria's type, and that's what like she knows it sucks. She knows it's dumb. But it's just like who she crushes on.
Daria is supposed to be a self-insert character for girls who don't fit in. So it should be our type.
Okay, but then she ends up actually dating Tom, who I don't think is that type at all. Like,
yeah, it's a weird show.
Although I will say he's really tall. I don't know if I could date someone that much taller than me.
How tall are you, Camster?
Like 5'11"?
Oh, yikes. That's short.
Wait, I thought you were like 6'1".
What?
I'm not sure 5'11" is short. It's not tall, but it's not short. It's aggressively average.
You are
That's not
as tall
average.
as I am, and I am a woman.
I feel like you just might be tall.
Nope. That
Somehow I
just means
feel like
you're
there's
short.
an element of facetiousness in this line of reasoning.
My husband is 6'5". 6'5".
That is
Jesus
quite
Christ.
tall. That is like basketball player tall.
He's quite
Fucking
tall.
Wait.
5'4" over here.
Yeah, that's right. I was about to say, am I the shortest one? I remembered.
No, you're not. I am. In every room. Do we call him out about his claim of murdering people? Are we genuine
Cancel
or
him.
do we
Cancel
joke?
him.
Yeah, we're detectives now. Call him out.
I'm outvoted. I would have gone genuine, but well, at least I know we're still friends. You kind of moved away to the city and I stopped hearing from you and
Okay. I want you to voice him like Duke Nukem.
I can't do Duke Nukem. I'm just doing Trent.
Try split the difference. Trent Nukem.
Well, I kind of thought.
No. No, that doesn't work.
That's what I said. I don't think I can do it.
So originally we said change too much. Do we really
We
want
changed
to
too much.
enable
no.
Camster?
I don't know actually. What is the best Camster? What should we pick?
Camster stopped going to camp.
My feelings for you. It's complicated. I have
Yeah,
complicated
yeah.
feelings for the Trent monster.
Yeah. Oh, I
Don't
hate
think
when
that's
fuck-
what this meant.
I hate when visual novels do that, where it's like, you're definitely gonna confess your feelings. And then the character's like, nope.
I would not say that's out of character.
No, but it's a little trick.
Okay, so I hope we end up with Day, but I like Taylor. I don't not like Taylor. I hate Robert. I want Robert to die. We should have hit Robert with the car.
What a reversal from the start of this episode.
I know, right? That is not how I would have predicted this to go.
The game is called Raptor Boyfriend, by the way, just in case anyone forgot.
What, really?
Yes.
I wouldn't have named it that.
Yeah.
What
Unfortunately,
is your time?
we are at 1 hour and 8 minutes.
Okay, I do have a parting thought.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like any of these upgrades are doing much. I can't even figure out how to do the special attack for like the jump ball thing.
You gotta jump first and then hit it while you're in the air.
Is it like just X?
No, it's circle.
Oh, I'm using different
I mean-
controller. Fuck.
My parting thought is I like what this game is trying to. First of all, I really like the art style. I want to like the setting. I like the idea, the sort of '90s parody, and the cryptid thing going on, or at least the fantasy monster, not quite cryptid thing going on. I wish it would have had an editing pass in terms of the structure, because like meeting these characters sequentially is agonizingly boring. I really wish we met them in a group, chose who to go with, and like could start making interesting choices and branching the narrative very quickly. As it stands, it feels very static and very, very rote, and that is frustrating.
I
I
think
feel like I'm
This game-
kinder to this game than that, but like I can definitely understand the complaint here that it is taking a very long time to get anywhere with anything.
I mean, I like Stella. I like Sasquatch, whose name escapes me at the moment, and I like
Taylor.
Day. Taylor, that's right. I like Taylor, Stella, and Day. I hate Robert, and everybody fucking loves Ingrid. Ingrid is the best, and I wish we could date her. So, like, on the whole, the writing isn't terrible. It's just structured in a way that I wish the choices felt more natural and felt stronger and more engaging.
Yeah. Sorry, Mumbles, I cut you off. You were
sorry,
saying
Mum.
something?
I don't remember. Oh well.
I will say this does put me in the mind of a different game, which is not a dating sim, but it is a visual novel called Scarlet Hollow, which is sort of this if it were... well, your character's a little bit older in that, and it's much more of a horror game. There is romance in it, but it's like you come to a North Carolina town, Appalachia town, in the middle of nowhere. It's this old coal mining town that your family used to own, and like weird stuff happens.
I think the thing that strikes me about this game, and in a good way, is that it's pitched as absurd, but it isn't. This is not an absurd game so far. It has some absurd elements of kind of like in building its world, but it's pretty earnest and over the plate, actually. Like, it's not trying to act like it's too goofy for its subject matter. It's
very much not Monster
High. In fact,
High.
it's maybe like a little... The fact that it is taking it so seriously means that the pacing is suffering a little bit, but like, you know, who knows where it's going? That's the thing. So I don't know. I mean, if you're into like slow burn visual novels, this might be a good thing to check out. Like, it's not clown pants goofy bullshit that's like, we're wasting our time and yours. It's very much the opposite of that, and I'd say that's a good thing.
Yeah, and there's also the fact that there's clearly some, like, stuff that we couldn't get to in a brief 1 hour look at the game, right? Like, it's clear there's a greater mystery with whatever's going on with the ladle slasher, and who knows how that plays into the various people you can date and what happens to them and all that stuff, so.
All right, well, that was Raptor Boyfriend, the game where your boyfriend does not have to be a raptor, and it's probably a good idea if he's not.
But it can't be a ghost, and we all wish it could be.
Yeah. The game where you kill your raptor boyfriend.
What if Ingrid's the murderer?
Ingrid got murdered by herself.
We don't know that she was killed by the ladle slasher, and it's entirely possible that as a ghost who can go invisible, if anyone, she is perfectly suited to become the slasher. Anyway.